Cool. All right. Welcome to the February 2026 Select Board Forum. We have two candidates here tonight, Jeffrey Johnson for the two-year seat and Tera Howard for the three-year seat. We have some pre-selected questions we'll go through first. Each will get a certain amount of time to answer those questions, and then we will open it up to audience questions, either virtually or in person, if there are any. And then we'll offer closing statements if you have any too. And we will, I was going to serpentine the questions originally, but I think I'll just keep it in order if that's okay with both of you.
Yeah,
that's fine. Okay. So we'll start with Tera, who's running for the three-year seat. Please introduce yourself, share your background, and why you are running to be a member of the Select Board.
My name is Tera Howard, and I'm proud to call Windsor home. I live here with my husband and our 17-year-old daughter. I care deeply about the strength, safety, and future of our community. For over 20 years, I've worked in customer service, and I currently work at the front desk of Grassroots Functional Medicine. In my role, I help patients navigate their healthcare journeys with compassion, organization, and attention to detail. I've learned how to listen carefully, solve problems calmly, and communicate clearly, skills that are essential in public service. Serving on the Select Board has shown me how important thoughtful leadership and transparency are to maintaining public trust. I'm running because I believe local government works best when it's approachable, accountable, and focused on the people it serves. I want to continue bringing steady leadership, common sense, and a strong commitment to Windsor's future. I am committed to listening to residents, asking hard questions when necessary, and always acting in the best interest of our communities.
Tera. Jeffrey, same question. I can answer if you need me to reiterate the question.
So I've got it. Yeah, I'm Jeffrey Johnson. I'm a retired social worker. I retired from Mount Scotland Hospital after 25 years working there. And before that, I worked 14 at Dartmouth Hitchcock and 3 years at the VA hospital. So I've been around the area for decades, and I've been in the business of serving people through the healthcare system. I think that gives me my social work background and skills, I think, give me some skills that I can apply to the Select Board in terms of listening, running groups, facilitating conversations, that kind of thing. My husband and I raised two daughters here in town. One is 30, one's 35. They're both away and working and thriving. I really like living in Windsor. I love the access to the Paradise Park, and have just felt like I found my home. Serving on the Select Board, I think, has given me a wide range of new acquaintances and a better understanding of how the town functions and runs. The main reason I'm running again, I've served 2 terms already, but I'm running again because we have started the process of hiring a new town manager, and I feel like I want to work through the completion of that process and his orientation, his or her orientation to the new job, because I feel like my experience would facilitate that transition. So that's my motivation, is to see this process through and get a new town manager in here.
Thank you. Tera, what is a specific priority that you hope to achieve as a member of the Select Board?
A major priority for me is ensuring stable professional leadership at our town hall and supporting a long-term vision for Windsor's future. Another top priority is strengthening transparency and building public trust. I want residents to clearly understand how decisions are made, how tax dollars are spent, and how they can be involved in the process.
Yeah. Jeffrey.
I'm not sure I have one specific priority. What's important to me is to be available to people if they have questions or concerns. I know I've spent time in the library talking with people who have questions about the town government. When I walk the dog, people stop me on the street and want to talk, and I really enjoy that connection. So one of my priorities is continue to be out in the community and approachable. Again, one of the priorities serving this term would be to successfully hire a town manager and get that person settled into the job. So that would be my priority. My immediate priority would be that goal.
Tara, are Windsor municipal taxes too high or too low, and why?
I believe our property taxes are fair for the level of services that our community expects and receives. That being said, fair doesn't mean automatic. Every dollar deserves careful review. My priority is making sure we deliver strong value, maintain essential services, and plan responsibly for the future.
Thank you. Jeffrey?
I'm disappointed that the taxes have increased as much as they have in the last couple of years. Honestly, I'm not happy about that. But on the flip side, I feel like no one is asking us to decrease any kind of services, and that's the trade-off. We increase taxes to continue what we're providing. Just the cost of living has gone up, salaries are higher. You know, buying a ladder fire truck is in the millions of dollars right now. So in order to maintain the services we're providing, we've had to do the increases the couple of last years. I'm uncomfortable, but I also am not hearing from anyone in the town that they want to decrease our services. So that's where I'm at. I'm not happy about it, but I do see the value of what we have access to in terms of services.
Thank you. Tara, the issue of available and affordable housing is impacting our region. What impact can the select board have in improving housing opportunities?
The housing shortage is definitely affecting our region, from young families trying to stay here to local businesses struggling to hire. The select board does have influence through land use policy, infrastructure planning, and collaboration. I think that we could review zoning regulations to ensure that they allow for diverse housing types. We could support infrastructure improvements that make development feasible, and we could work with regional organizations to pursue grant funding. I think improving housing opportunities is about creating responsible, sustainable growth so that families, seniors, and our workforce can continue to live here.
Thank you.
Okay. I certainly identify housing as an issue here. I think as a select board, we have recently done in the past few years some things to improve that situation, although it's not resolved it or solved it at all. There's always more need. I think the big apartment building that went up behind the diner's former location was huge. The select board had a role in that. We voted, and every step of the way we were involved and allowed that to happen. I know there's development going on over on Union Street for apartments, and we're supporting that as well. We just purchased 2 new prefab houses that are down on National Street. I think it's coming in dribs and drabs, but I think it's happening, and I think we acknowledge that there needs to be a whole lot more. Part of the problem is the town has very limited property available. There's a lot of, state-owned land in the area, and I know the state has proposed some ideas on how to put multiple homes on like one piece of property, and we've got properties available that are owned by the town or have been given up. And we've certainly put that information out for builders to have a look and see. We're supporting that, is that if someone is interested in stepping up and building some livable properties in the locations for some of these that are condemned at this point. But I think it involves a lot of factors, and it'd be wonderful if there would be some interest in some of those properties being claimed and developed.
Thank you. Tara, the select board is the elected voice of the community. As such, how do you view their role in advocating the town's position on proposed and existing state legislation?
I believe that the select board serves as the elected voice of the community, and part of that responsibility is staying informed about state legislation that directly impacts our town, whether it's financially, operationally, or legally. I believe our role is to advocate when legislation has a clear impact on our residents' budget or local authority. That advocacy should reflect the best interest of the town as a whole and not personal political views. I believe we should advocate respectfully and collaboratively, ensuring that our town's perspective is heard.
Thank you.
Okay, I think, I'm not sure how much impact we can have on the state government level of things. But I do think it's important for us to keep up to speed on what's being passed, what's being considered. I know last year I initiated, this answers part of the next question, but I initiated contact down the local legislators tours and had them come and actually sit here with the board and review some of the controversial bills that were being considered. It was heated. I struggle with decisions that are being made at the state level. I don't think they're friendly to the middle class and lower class. So I think that's part of why we need to keep on top of what's going on and what's happening. And we do have people in the community who are working, within their confines of trying to impact that as well. So I think it's important to know what's going on. And I personally don't feel like we have a lot of impact. My attempt to reach out by email has not always been successful, but I think we need to know what's happening because it will impact us later down the road.
Thank you. Tara, if you've previously been on the select board, which now you have, what is one accomplishment you are proud of? If you haven't, what is one civic project that you have been involved in that you are proud of?
I would say the thing that I'm the most proud of was securing the $100,000 from our ARPA fund. And I worked directly with James Aldrich and the rec department, and we put 7 new pieces up at the fairground playground. We also put some benches. We put an agility course, a canine castle, a fire hydrant, and benches in the dog park. And we put 2 brand new docks and 2 beautiful bench swings down at Kennedy's Pond. I'm able to drive by almost every day and look at these, and it's just really cool seeing how far a project can go.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't have anything quite as flashy as that to say.
Mhm.
But I do, like I said earlier, I did, reach out and invite the state legislators to come and speak. I felt like that was an important thing to do and the right thing to do. I've been actively involved in the union negotiations this year. Tom and I have been working on that and are ready to present that to the select board. And I actually really enjoyed the initiative the select board as a whole took to meet with people in the town over the summer and talk about qualities they're looking for our new town manager. I feel like that was something that I took some initiative in, and I think was very successful. And I really enjoyed connecting with the people. So I actually consider myself more of a team player. So I feel like my role is not maybe like Tara is out there more than I am. But you know what? I feel like there's a role for team players as well. But I am, enjoying interacting with people and thinking about things.
Thank you. All right. Well, it's time for audience questions, which I know we don't have, but we have a huge audience. No one can see it on the camera right now. Trust us. Room is full of people.
There was, but he left. Yeah, you know who it is. Eric? Saltonstall. Yeah. Yeah, he was here. He left. He wasn't feeling well. Right.
For Eric about it. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to explain who you're running against? Let's here. Okay. Why don't you?
Oh, yeah. The Tara is running unopposed for the 3-year seat, and Jeffrey is running opposed for the 2-year seat against Eric Saltonstall. Who's here, but not to leave. Great. I guess no questions, from the audience. If you have any closing statements you'd like to make, feel free to. If you don't, that's okay too. Appreciate you being here.
I guess for my closing statement, I would say a little bit what Jeffrey said. I also really enjoyed doing public outreach over the summer. We took a few months and really got to have some conversations outside of a meeting with people. And I really enjoyed that. And I'm looking forward to having more public outreach in the future. That's all I've got.
All right. Okay. Thanks.
I think my closing statement would be, I'm looking forward to a new town manager, not that I want Tom to leave, of course, but I feel like we'll have a fresh start, and I'm looking forward to, how that goes. I am excited and hopeful, and, we are working with, Vermont League of Cities and Towns. We've hired a consultant to facilitate that process. And, we are very positive about working with this consultant. His name is Dominic Cloud. And I think that's an exciting chapter to work with someone new. So that would have been my closing statement.
Great. Thank you both.